we're at the halfway mark. You know, tonight we've now passed the halfway mark. You've had some great rides. You've had some, you know, less than great rides. Are you where you want to be?
No. It's looking really good right now. I mean, just by walking on it, you can feel it's like maximum traction, but it's not like packed in, and that's just the nature of the dirt here. Well, I mean, it is packed in, but the dirt's just really soft, so I almost imagine that they'll have to touch some of it up. Normally they don't for the first qualifying practice, but yeah, just the nature of this track, and yeah, it's just kind of taking what the track gives you all day, getting through practice, and then gate drop. That's where we go.
Slide, but I swear to the grind, I stay loyal. Watch out, doc, the block's hot, the top spot's not locked. I'm coming to pick it, even on the cop's watch. Jumping them hopscotch, looking like why stop? When I barely got in the lead, they talking blah blah. Honestly, I'm not in the same time slot. They cold, lukewarm, baby, I'm a hot guy. I was a have-not, now I'm a big shot. I guess I hit the tree.
We made a shock change again, and it's much better. We're gonna continue to dial that in, and yeah, ruts aren't too bad. Yeah, getting more and more comfortable, and each lap I was getting better and better. So I'm pretty happy with that. Just I got a lot of laps in that time, and that's what I needed. So yeah, feel pretty good. We're gonna keep going.
Bullseye every target, but they should have seen us coming. Don't they know what they started? Oh, well, surprised. I made every dream possible. They wanted me to fail, but I toppled that obstacle. In their mind, me reigning supreme was illogical. So when they crowned me champ, I defied what was probable. I disrupted the chronicle. I did something phenomenal. It was written long ago. My victory's canonical. I feel so iconical. My rivals are ironical. Going up against me is
getting your rhythms done, not messing up your momentum, just connecting, like not so like on and off, just let the bike just get it relaxed, you know, just calm it down, almost like don't try so hard, which you're really good at that. Like you have a very calm riding ability, you know, so I wouldn't worry too much about that, the lap time, because it's, some guys are really sending it to do that one.
P14 in qualifying. It's a pretty tricky track tonight, very technical. What are you focusing on coming into the heat race?
Same thing we've been doing lately. Is just it's time to race now. I didn't feel bad in qualifying, but like you said, the track is really tricky, and yeah, it's. I don't know that you're necessarily gonna feel good out there. So that's where it's like, don't try not to get too caught up on that. It's like, hey, let's go do a good start. Let's put ourselves in a good position to fight. And honestly, the rest will come. And kind of my normal race approach, it's almost more important here because of how the track is. Like the race is gonna happen, but putting myself in a good position, it's just with the conditions like this, it's hard to not think about it. So yeah, gonna really nail it down. Like it's all about the start and let the rest happen. That's my goal. And like I was, all right, go, and then all of a sudden, like the rear stepped out, and I lost my drive there, and then he had the line. I felt a lot better.
Your riding was good.
Yeah.
Your laps were good.
Felt a lot better. That the rhythm after you go into the tunnel, my last lap when I went over, it's almost like trying to get off that is really hard to get it without clipping it. And my last lap, I just went through the corner like normal and hopped over and then went double, table, single. And that was like a much more efficient line there. But other than that, like,
And you need to find lines that you're gonna be able to do every lap.
yeah,
You might have to start the first 5 to go on off,
yeah,
and then just create a line that it's consistent.
yeah, yeah.
Good riding. Bike okay?
Yeah, the bike was a lot better.
Awesome.
Yeah. And especially coming out of the corners, like seat bouncing, I have way more confidence seat bouncing stuff now. It's like I'm not having to like worry about being on the throttle and seat bouncing. It's like I can just commit to it and know that it's gonna hold up in that transition.
Like upped
A lot better.
Yeah. For the whole race.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end, it was like you weren't getting dropped. I mean, and it's like even when those guys did pass you in the middle of the race, it was the very top guys, and they didn't get you by like in a wave like they did 3 weeks ago. It was one guy, and then you fought him off, and then another guy, and you fought him off. It was, you didn't. That was good, man. No, it was good progress.
Honestly, the night was a lot better. Speed-wise, intensity, aggression, like the night program was a lot better. I was struggling earlier today, more so mentally, like a little bit intimidated with the track. Like I was pretty comfortable on the track. And the thing is, my spread to first, it was like today there was like a pretty big gap between like the first few and like say 4th or 5th. And so I was like a second off 5th place. But I really didn't feel that good. And that was where it was like I knew the track was going to get worked on tonight, but it was definitely like more a mental battle earlier in the day. And that's where it's like when the gate drops, it's like, okay, I'm good. But yeah, I didn't feel that good earlier today, and yeah, had to try to get myself there mentally. Like we gotta almost forget about that and then just go out, like be quick in areas and patient in other areas. And that's where I think especially a track like this, I wish I would have done that a little bit better in the main. Maybe I would have kept 1 or 2 positions and finished there, but yeah, there wasn't like a big spread between the first half of the race and the second half of the race. It was a lot closer together, and yeah, we made some good bike changes coming into this weekend, and yeah, we're continuing to make progress. My starts weren't as good as I'd like them to be. I think we can sharpen those up, but I want more.
This what I'm on when I'm in